just want to go through all the cuts we do here at Lake Geneva Country Meats and our process and stuff, and they'll give you a little tour later on after this of our equipment and things like that. We use to process all this. So, I'm going to start this end here with the hams. These are the hams that we get in for the pigs and stuff. I'll go back to this. This is a pig carcass. Okay, this is one half. We process, slaughter them here and process them. We do a scalding method, which you can see the skin is still on them and stuff. And then we break them down into these pieces. Okay. So on this end, we got your ham. This is a bone-in ham.
Where's that coming from on this?
That's this piece right here. Yep. This will be your ham section. This is your loin section, and this is your shoulder section and stuff. So I got it broke down into this right here. So again, here's your bone-in ham. We can leave it like this, or we can make it into a boneless ham. This is what they call a ham inside. It's the top part of this ham. The ham has three sections: a top, a bottom, and an eye. So there's three muscles into it. If you were to bone this out, you'd find three different sections on it. So we could either do it like this, or we can do it boneless, or we can smoke it. Okay, this ham here is this exact same ham. Okay, and what we do when we smoke is we have a process we call pumping or injecting. There's a 15% or up to a 15% brine injected into the ham. It's a brown sugar salt cure is what it is. And the cure is to preserve the meat and make it safe and stuff. So what we do is we inject around 12 to 13%, keep it on the little lower side. And then what we do after that is we put them in a tumbler, and it's like a big cement mixer. It rotates 4 times a minute. It's got paddles in it, and what it does is it massages the meat. And when we put them in there, we draw a vacuum on it. In other words, we draw all the air out. That expands the meat, which allows the cure to go in more evenly. So it also speeds up our process. Our old process used to take 10 to 12 days. Now we get done in 5. So, and it creates a much better product and stuff. So after we get done with that, then we hang them up. We put them in the smokehouse. It's a 10-hour cycle approximately to get it up to temperature. We have to follow a temperature guide. We are a USDA plant, so everything has to follow their guidelines and stuff. Our hams are brought back to what they call green weight when we smoke them. And by label restrictions, that's what they have to do. In other words, if this ham weighed 15 pounds and we added 15% brine to that, that brine is in there, but it has to shrink back to the 15 pounds. So we can go to a bone-in. Out of the hams, we do our center slices, we do half hams, or we do a boneless ham, like the one up front there and stuff. So, okay, that's our ham process. Now this section of the pig, again, that's the loin, and you got the belly. Out of the belly comes the bacon and stuff. So basically it's a process of, we put it into the tumbler, no injection, and it's tumbled with 10% brine, same thing. Let sit, smoked on Thursdays, comes out, and sliced on Fridays. Again, these have to come back to a green weight and stuff in order to have the label restrictions. Basically, there's the bacon we get out of it. So,
is that on a slice or is that hand slice?
We've got an automatic slicer. Yep, you'll see that when we go around and stuff like that. So, then we get to the loin. This is the bone-in loin. This is the main part of it and stuff. You got different sections. This section is called a rib end. This section is called the loin end. And then you have your centers. Okay? This is the best part of your chops from here to here and stuff. Out of this end, you can pull what we call a loin roast. Cut it like that. Or we could bone it out. And this is where your tenderloins come from. Okay, once we get to that, get your center chops, different kinds. We have the loin end, which you can see it almost looks like a porterhouse steak. It's got that nice big chunk of tenderloin in it, this section right here. Or we have the rib end, which is this section. Very good chop, nice big eye, good, very tender, nice good to eat. We cut different widths, 1 inch, ½ inch. Once in a while we do have orders for 1.5 inch or 2 inch chop. It's pretty big for me, but we do get them and stuff like that. Otherwise, if we bone this section out, then we come to the back ribs. This is what everybody likes, the baby back ribs. You can see how nice and meaty they are. Okay, and if we bone that out, then we're left with this here. We've got our boneless loin, which we cut put it in that for you and stuff. Very good. Some people take them home, they'll actually cut them open and do them as chops or something like that too, but basically this is center cut. What we've done is taken this and then we butterfly it and stuff, so and that's what they call the centers. It's the best part of your loin and stuff. And then the rib end here, we can make a rib or a roast, or we make your country style ribs. These are the meatier ones and stuff. Great for crock pots, slow cookers, things like that. A lot of people do them, broil them and stuff, so very good on that end. Out of the smoked stuff, we can make smoked chops, which is the bottom corner area, or we can take this section here, or this, and we can make what they call Canadian bacon. It's trimmed down. This is all taken off. It's trimmed down very lean. It's cured and smoked, just like the bacon is, and then hung up and stuff and sliced. Okay. Now we get to the shoulder part, which is the bottom portion. Okay. There's two sections on the shoulder. There's the picnic, which I don't have. It's not as common, but the pork butt. This is the main thing. Okay. You can see how nice and marbled they are. Out of this, we cut our pork steaks, or we can leave it bone in, or we can do a boneless shoulder roast. These are very common for smoking. I don't know if any of you have a smoker or not, but a lot of people come in and get these on weekends. And, it's like an 8-10 hour cycle on their smokers and stuff. This is what you're going to get your barbecue pork, your pulled pork out of. Very good, very nice and marbled, great tasting. Or if we don't do that, we can make what they call a smoked pork butt and stuff. Basically, it's a bonus one, smoked or cured, just like the hams are. We press it and smoke it, and then we can either leave it whole, or we can do what they call cottage bacon or shoulder bacon in that package. So those are our basic cuts for the pork that we supply up front. So, is there any questions? But we do process here, like this here. This one here specifically, it's going out in thirds, but otherwise we do take like half or whole pig orders and stuff. And you can see on the cutting card there. And what the girls do is, if somebody orders it, they'll go down the list to take your cutting instructions. So if you want your ham smoked, we would take and smoke that ham. And say you wanted like 4 of the ham steaks, so they end up with 2 halves. Your belly, you can take this, you can either do bacon, or you can do what they call fresh side pork. There's a few people that do it and stuff, but basically it's just sliced fresh like this in a package, and then they steak, fry it and season it to their liking and stuff like that. So.
How much does that half pig weigh?
That's a 276 live weight. So half of that's probably going to weigh about 105 to 108 pounds.
So that's how much meat you get.
No, because you're going to lose another probably 25 to 30% off of that. Because you gotta take this fat, kidney, this back fat all comes off, and things like that. And the more you cut, the more you bone, the more the less weight you get back. Usually on about a 100 to 105 pound average, there's about 68 to 72, 74 pounds over there. Usually you get about, from all your cuts, you get about 6 pounds of trimmings. So in other words, when we cut these pigs and break them down, we break them into primals on this table, and we ship them over to our sawman Mark. He cuts them, they go onto a wrapping table, and they're wrapped individually. Everything is yours and stuff. And any sausage, trimmings, we get you a weight, and then you're able to get your sausage made, whether you want ground pork or breakfast sausage. We offer all of our brats. Everything is our Italians. Everything for any kind of meat. 5 to 6 pigs an hour we can cut. So on a Friday, we process out back, and then on a Friday when we cut them up in here, we can probably break an average of 25 to 30 a day, and then he'll cut them on Monday and stuff. 30 pigs on Monday, 35. So. Any other questions? Good. So hope you enjoyed it.